Title: Don't Abandon Me. I regret my betrayal. She kept rambling on, offering excuses, pleading for another chance, insisting that the affair was meaningless and that we could fix things through counseling or other means. Hello everyone, hope you're feeling great, hope everything goes well. Today we are back with another story. You've read the title, so let's find out. My soon-to-be unfaithful ex-wife had me completely confused. I originally posted this on a relationship forum, but someone suggested I share it here. I received some comments and criticism on my initial post, and I've taken a lot of it to heart: what I could have done differently, how I could improve in the future, and how to approach amicable co-parenting. However, I still feel uncertain about my next steps. I'm trying to find a strategy that works. Here's the original story. I've been stunned reading through these forums over the past few days. About 7 months ago, I discovered my soon-to-be ex-wife was cheating on me. It was like a nightmare I went through, with all the pain, denial, and pathetic attempts to pick me up. I was deeply depressed for a long time. I had never confronted her directly, but I was completely devastated. She must have felt like I knew, but it seemed like she didn't care, or at least I assumed so. I received several comments and criticisms on my original post, and I've taken a lot of it to heart: what I could have done differently, how I might improve moving forward, and how to approach co-parenting amicably. Yet, I still feel uncertain about my next steps. I'm trying to find a strategy that works. Here's the original story. I've been in a daze, reading through these forums over the past few days. About 7 months ago, I discovered that my soon-to-be ex-wife was cheating on me. It was like a nightmare. I went through all the pain, denial, and the pathetic pick-me attempts. I was deeply depressed for a long time. I never confronted her directly, but I was a total wreck. She must have sensed that I knew, but it seemed she didn't care, or at least I assumed so. 2 to 3 months ago, I reached my breaking point. I was done with her, done with the marriage. I checked out emotionally and began preparing for divorce, starting to envision my life beyond this relationship. I avoided her whenever possible. When she was home, I made myself scarce. I minimized conversations, answering her questions with a simple yes, you know, maybe, or I don't know. I even left the divorce lawyer's bills out in plain sight. She had to know I was checked out and preparing to end things. Even our kids noticed, asking questions. I had already given them the "we both love you" speech, explaining that sometimes grown-ups can't stay together. She was in the room and didn't object or comment, which I took as silent agreement. A few days ago, I ran into a woman from my past, someone I knew before I met my wife. We had always shared a certain chemistry, a flirtatious connection, but never acted on it. For the sake of the story, let's call her Monica, because she reminds me of Monica Bellucci. Monica moved away before I ever mustered the courage to pursue anything. I regretted that for a long time, but eventually moved on. When we met again, the spark between us was undeniable, even stronger than before. Conversation flowed effortlessly. She even asked me out, but I told her about my current situation with my soon-to-be ex-wife, explaining that I wanted to be officially separated before dating anyone. I refused to cheat. Monica understood, gave me her number, and told me to call her when I was ready. Meeting Monica gave me the motivation I needed to confront my wife and push for separation and divorce. Feeling strangely happy, I waited for her to come home and asked her to sit down for a conversation. I calmly explained that I'd known about her affair for a long time and that I assumed she was aware of my knowledge since I had emotionally checked out of the marriage months ago. She seemed indifferent to my disinterest, so I told her that I wanted to start dating and move on with my life. I concluded by saying that it was time for us to divorce and asked if she agreed. Her response was completely unexpected. She broke down in tears, not just ordinary crying, but gut-wrenching, soul-crushing sobs. She blurted out excuses, begged for another chance, claiming that the affair meant nothing and that we could repair the damage through counseling. I was stunned. I had thought she'd be relieved. I told her she could be with the guy she cheated with, guilt-free, if he truly meant more to her than our family. If he didn't, why cheat in the first place? I told her if she had wanted to salvage our marriage, the time for that was 7 months ago, before she cheated. Now, it's too late, it's irreparably broken. I didn't think there were issues in our marriage, she never voiced any concerns, and I'm not a mind reader. She clearly felt something was wrong, something so wrong it drove her to have an affair rather than talk to me. I calmly explained that there was no way to undo what she had done, no way to erase the pain she caused me. Her actions showed me that she didn't care about me, and now I was just being civil for the sake of our children. She became completely incoherent at this point, speaking in a jumbled mess. I ended up calling her sister to come and take her away. When they left, I felt an immense sense of relief, like I could finally breathe after 7 months. I still can't understand her motivations. She's intelligent and beautiful, and our marriage was great until the affair. I've come to terms with the fact that life changes, but I'm puzzled by her sudden declarations of love and desire to stay married. What could she possibly gain from this drama now? Is it a ploy to avoid losing alimony or public embarrassment? Could she be afraid I might expose her affair to her lover's wife? I'm just as confused now as I was at the beginning of this whole mess. Regardless, I felt the need to get this off my chest. Writing it out hasn't brought me any clarity, I'm still just as lost. To me, it's evident that she isn't truly sorry for cheating. There's always a reason behind infidelity, some itch she needed to scratch, something she felt I couldn't provide. That's why I've decided marriage isn't for me, it's not worth the risk. Women often say they want commitment and security, but when they have it, they get bored, reminiscing about their single days. She found an excuse in her mind to justify her affair. It was thrilling for her, worth the risks and consequences. Now, she's flipping out because I wasn't supposed to find out? She expected to maintain our marriage, have me cover the bills, and keep the family intact while sneaking around behind my back. Finding out has ruined her plans, and she's embarrassed and angry. I've decided to move forward with the divorce. We'll figure out how to co-parent our kids, but I won't stay married to someone who doesn't love or respect me. Her lover's marital status is her problem, not mine. She made her choices and now she has to live with them. As for an update, 3 days after the confrontation, I had hardly slept and decided to make some lists and plans. My top priority is my kids. I want to ensure they have all the support they need. I've booked counseling, planned more quality time with them, and involved the extended family. I've also scheduled STI and DNA tests to ensure they are mine, otherwise, there could be important medical history they need to know. I've come to terms with the fact that I no longer love my wife, nor can I trust her again. Divorce is the only way forward. As for Monica, I'm waiting until the divorce is final to consider anything further. I'm committed to being fair in the divorce proceedings, dividing assets equally, and sharing custody of our children. I won't let her actions dictate my behavior. I'll strive to be the man I was before all this happened. She has chosen to confess her infidelity to everyone, including her affair partner's wife, who has since kicked him out. It's a messy situation, but I'm determined to move forward, build a new life, and focus on being a good father. There's no easy resolution here, just pain and uncertainty. But it's better to face it now than to prolong the suffering. We'll figure out how to raise our children and build better lives apart. I have no intention of pretending everything is fine for the sake of appearances. That's all for now, thanks for listening, and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Catch you in the next one.